In continuation with the previous video of finding the measurement of the unknown angles using the property of the parallelogram, let's go ahead with this question. So again, what we are going to use? The properties of the parallelogram. Opposite angles are equal, opposite sides are parallel and equal, diagonals bisect each other, and adjacent angles add up to be 9. So first rule here, what is the rule for 80 and y? Yes, 80 and y are equal. Why? Because they are opposite angles. And opposite angles are equal. Correct? So can we say that x and y, they will add up to be 180? Because it's adjacent angles, right? So adjacent angles will be supplementary. That's the property of parallelogram. So can we say x plus 80 is equal to 180. So x is equals to 100. That is 180 minus 100. Now, what will be the rule? Suppose I say this is A, or let's say a B. What's the rule, or what's the property for x and B? They both are equal. Why? Because it's opposite angle. Okay, so can you find the value of Z? Yes. Why? Because they are linear pair. So B plus Z is equal to 180 because they form linear pair. I leave it for you to get the answer for Z. Okay, linear pair. Clear? First opposite, then adjacent angle, and then again opposite angle. Let's take the next question. Here, first we'll talk about the thing is this line, which is in dotted line, is a transversal. And this is parallel to this. Clearly, it's a parallelogram, so opposite sides are parallel to each other. So I can say this is 40, right? Before we start for that, let's say y is equals to 112. Again, opposite angles are equal. Okay, then we'll say that y plus x plus 40 is equal to 180 because sum of angles of a triangle is 180. Okay, so y is 112 plus x plus 40 equals to 180. So x plus 152 equals to 180. So x is equal to 180 minus 152, which is a 28. Now, what's the relation between x and z? They both are equal. Why? Because they are alternate interior angles. Okay, so x is 28, we'll get z as 28. Again, what did we do? We took the opposite angle property. Then we said the sum of interior angles of a polygon, that is a triangle, is 180. The three sides is 180. So use that. We found the x, and then we said x and y are alternate angles because this side is parallel, opposite side is parallel. So the dotted line which is drawn is a transversal. Clear? Next. What can we say again in this case about 40 and y? Can we say here very clearly that EP is parallel to HO and HP is transversal? So in this case, y is equals to 40 again because it's alternate interior angle. Right? Now, what about this angle here? It forms a linear pair. Correct? So directly I'm going to say it is 110 without showing any step for that. Okay. So now we'll say in triangle HPO, y plus z plus 110. Sorry for the interruption. Y plus z plus 110 equals to 180. Y is already 40. We got that by alternate angles. So we'll say 40 plus z plus 110 is equals to 180. So z plus 150 equals to 180. So z is 180 minus 150, which is a 30. Why I am saying this? Because HPO is a regular polygon, sorry, is a polygon with three sides. So the sum of all the interior angles will be 180. Okay. What's the rule between X and 110? Yes, they are opposite angles. So it is clear. Right? Let's take the next question. Now here they're saying, can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram if so and so happens? So let's try to draw a parallelogram and let's check whether these conditions are going to work or not. Okay, so let's say, okay, this is my parallelogram. Let's label it as A, B, C, D. This shows that they are parallel. So let's draw the arrows. Okay, these are parallel. Now first rule, they are saying D plus B is 180. D plus B is 180. Is it possible? No, because angle D can be equals to angle B as they are opposite. So the first condition is not satisfied. So it's a no. Okay. That means what do I say? Angle D plus angle B is not equals to 180. That's what I mean by saying a no. Okay. Next they are saying AB equals to DC equals to 8. So AB is 8, DC is 8. Same way AD is 4, BC is 4.4. Now here in the second case, the opposite side AB is equal to DC. It's correct. But AD is not equals to BC because 4 is not equals to 4.4. So this condition is wrong. So therefore, it's again not a parallelogram because one pair is equal but the other pair is not equal. Clear? Let's talk about the third one. That is angle A is 70 and angle C is 65. But angle A and angle C are opposite. Right? So that means 70 should be equals to 70. It's 65 given, so they are not equal. So what we are trying to say is that if it is a parallelogram, then angle B and D should be equal, which is not given. AB is equals to DC. Yes, it's true, but AD is not equals to BC. And the third part, that is A and C, are not equal. So three conditions or three properties of parallelogram are not satisfied. Therefore, it is not a parallelogram. So it's not a parallelogram. What is not a parallelogram? The given quadrilateral ABCD is not a parallelogram. It's just a quadrilateral. Clear? Let's take the next question. The measure of the two adjacent angles of a parallelogram and ratio 3:2. Find the angles. So we are labeling the adjacent angles as 3x and 2x. So adjacent angles add up to be, yes, 180. So we'll get 5x is equals to 180. So x is equals to 180 divided by 5. So x is equals to 336. Thus we'll say 3x is equals to 3 times 36, which is a 108, and 2x is 2 times 36, which is a 72. So the angles of the triangles will be 72. Two of them will be 72 and the other two will be 108. Clear? Next. Two adjacent angles have equal measure. Find the measure of the angles. So what are they saying here? Adjacent angles are of equal measure. So that means if I'm saying this is x, the other is also x. But adjacent angles add up to be 180. So x plus x will become a 2x, which is a 180. So x is equals to 180 divided by 2 equals to 90. So all the four angles are 90. Therefore, it is a rectangle. Correct? Let's take the next question. Now, are they saying GUNS and RUNS is a parallelogram? So first I'll talk about GUNS. Okay, and we need to find the values of x and y. First, can I say GS is equals to UN? Why? Because its opposite sides are equal for a parallelogram. Correct? So GS is 3x is equal to 18. So x is equals to 18 by 3, which is a 6. Right? Then I'll say SN is equal to GU. GU equals to SN. Again, why? Because opposite sides are equal. Okay, so what we'll say, 26 equals to 3y minus 1. The 1 will go other side, so it will become 27 equals to 3y, right? Sorry, yeah, GU was 3y minus 1 and SN is 26. So 3y minus 1 equals 26. Take the 1 on the other side, it becomes 27. So 27 divided by 3 is 9, right? Similarly, we'll talk for the next shape. Okay, so I'm just giving you the hint, you will have to solve. What is the hint? The diagonal SU and RN bisect. Means what? Let's label this point as O. That means SO equal to OU and RO equals to ON. Okay. So using SO equals to OU, what we'll say using this, y plus 7 is equals to 20. So y equals to 20 minus 7. So y equals to 13. Right? Next, RO equals to ON. So 16 equals to x plus y. Put the value of y here, which is 13. So what we'll say, 16 equals to x plus 13. So x is 13 minus 16 minus 13, which is a 3. Right? So what did we do in the first parallelogram? We said that the opposite sides are equal. So we use that rule. What did we do with the RUNS parallelogram? We said the diagonals bisect each other. Which are the diagonals? SU and RU are the diagonals. They bisect each other, let's say at point O. Right? So what happened? SO equal to ON. So SO is 20, ON is y plus 7, which I have put here. So y equals 20 minus 7, that is 30. Similarly, OR or RO equals to ON. RO is 16 and ON is x plus y. So we have put that and we got x is equals to 3. Hope this is clear. The next question is the most different question. So here, can you say ECLU? Again, ECLU is the parallelogram. So this is 70. That means the opposite angle, this one is 70. Clear? Similarly, can I say this is 120? So the adjacent angle is going to be an 80. And opposite angle, that is this one, is going to be an 80. So I'm going to list out that, putting two figures separately, and then we'll find the triangle. Okay. So what are we saying here? A plus 120 is equals to 180 because it's an adjacent angle. Okay. So that means A equals to 180 minus 120, which is equals to a 60. What's the rule between A and B? They both are equal. Why? Because its opposite angles are equal, right? So am I getting B as 60? Yes, right? Next, what about 70 and C? They are equal again because opposite angles of this parallelogram are equal, right? So we got C as 70. Okay, it's given that ECLU is a parallelogram. It's given that RISK is also a parallelogram. So we use the rule of adjacent angle and opposite angles. Now what we are getting in the triangle, the B, C and X, right? The B is 60, the C is 70. So in triangle EC, let's say O, okay, ECO, we'll apply the triangle rule. What is the triangle rule? Sum of all the interior angles, that is B plus C plus X is equals to 180, which is 60 plus 70 plus X is equals to 180. So 130 plus X is equals to 180. That means X is equal to 180 minus 130, that is equal to 50. Okay, again what did we do? The figure says that they are a parallelogram. So the first parallelogram was RISK, where we used the opposite angle rule and the adjacent angle rule. The other parallelogram was CLUE. In that also we applied the opposite angle rule, and then we applied the triangle polygon, where three sides of a polygon is given, then the total sum of the angles of interior angles is 180. We use that and we have solved. Hope it is clear. Thank you.